Right, we're on. Do you want to chip the ball close every time? I bet you've never heard this tip before. This is a classic. Steve Elkington talked about this. You're going to love it. So if you've got short game issues, chipping, pitching, chili dip, that's all going to disappear today. This drill that I'm going to show you, or this tip that I'm going to show you, refers to two different parts of the body, so it's a completely different way of looking at chipping. Jordan Spieth does it, but nobody knows about it. It truly is a hidden tour secret. A hidden tour secret on how to play short game. Now, short game can be hard work. It can be an awkward one to get the feel for the shot you're trying to play. That was good. Hold on, hold on. Nearly. It can be super awkward to try and get the feel for the shot. It's so awkward to try and make strike. We can lose so many shots basically. We've done the hard work getting close to the green. The tour secret is going to ensure that you do get up and down, you do not chili dip it. Strike becomes pure and you have control around the greens, up and down. Eh? So this tour move, as I say, Steve Elkington talked about it. Jordan Spieth does it. Nobody knows about it until now. There's two centres within your golf swing. So centres of rotation, so your hips, your pelvis is going to rotate round here, or your hips will rotate round an axis down the bottom. Up the top, your shoulders will rotate round a point up the top there. So there's 2 points of location that we're looking at. These 2 points of reference are so important to understand how they work within the golf swing, dynamically with driver and with wedge. Today we're talking about wedge, but let's just quickly touch on driver. When I set myself up to hit driver, the 2 points I refer to, one down here, one up here, I want the top one to be slightly behind the bottom one, so therefore I've got a little bit of spine tilt to the right, and then from there, if I maintain that through impact, I will have left shoulder higher. I will be able to launch the ball up into the air without even trying to create an angle of attack that's positive, because the upper point is above the lower point or moved to the right of it. The angle is there and I don't have to worry about it, and I can hit the ball on the way up. So what has to happen with short game? The opposite, of course. We're going to switch them around somehow. So switching those 2 points around simply means I have the top point and the lower point, and I want the top point to be ahead of the lower point. Now what does that do to my body? Well, Jordan Spieth, if you watch Jordan Spieth, Jordan's got a high right side. His right shoulder's higher than his left when he's playing the shot. He's in here, takes the club back, the right leg straightens, and then from there on the way down, he can get much better contact because he's not moved off the golf ball. That also allows the bounce of the golf club to come into play, the back edge of the golf club to come into play. Now how does that work? Well, the leading edge of the club hits the golf ball, hits the turf as well, so he gets down into it, but then the back of the club strikes the ground. So that's the golf club sitting on the back edge. As Jordan comes down, the leading edge takes effect, hits the golf ball, but then the back edge comes into play and stops the club from digging in. So he gets the bounce to work as well from having a high right side. So Spieth sets up. Your average amateur sets up and has the spine tilt there. Then they move away from the golf ball here, so now the spine tilt's even more exaggerated, and then strike is impossible from there. Now we see that all the time. Set yourself up, nice narrow stance. Feel and real are very different. Feel as though you've got the top part ahead of the bottom half. There we go. So now I feel as though I've got much higher right shoulder at address. My right leg will straighten on the way back to keep that height, and then from there I can turn through. Now the beauty of this as I turn through is the 2 points will meet. So if I use golf balls, I've got a point here and a point here. That's wrong. That's correct at address. Slightly ahead. As I come down and play the shot, so it's slightly ahead, as I come down and play the shot and turn through, they both marry up and I can continue through in one line. So the angled line to begin with, play the shot, and then as I turn through, they both marry up in one line. That's where pure strike comes, and that's where the bounce of the golf club comes into play. Now that sounds technical, but it's not. We've just got a high right side, a high right shoulder, right leg straightens on the way back, maintain it. So maintain the high right side. So address position, there, right leg, through, there. I feel as though my right shoulder's high. Now there's one sensation you must have here, which I will explain in a minute, which will make it all make complete sense. So I'm there, top half ahead of bottom half if you like, right leg straightens, I keep the right side high, through, strike's good, close again. I'll show you the outcome of these shots just shortly. So set up, right side high, left side low, right side gets higher on the backswing because the right leg straightens. So there you can clearly see the angle is to the left. Now it's feeling real, I feel it more than it probably is real. Still want to maintain that, so I'm there, turn through, leading edge digs in, so you can see the small divot, yet the bounce stops it from digging right down. Another good shot. But the sensation you want, okay, here's the feeling that you have to capture when you're playing this shot. The feeling you want to capture is ensure it feels like you're playing a shot from a downslope. Make it feel as though you're on a downslope so the right side's high. So just set yourself up, feel as though you're swinging down the slope. So the right side's high, and you're swinging down the slope. That's the feeling, that's the sensation. Right side's high, swinging down the slope. And there we go. That's the feeling. Downhill lie. There, right side's high because it's been supported by the downslope. There, top centre is below bottom centre, right side stays high, right leg straightens, and we can pop these little shots up. Really simple. SPIETH style, of course SPIETH gets a lot of spin on the shot, purely because he's, as I say, he's using leading edge then bounce, so leading edge then bounce to stop it digging. There, I'm playing a down slope. When we play a shot on a down slope, of course we stay down for longer. Right side's higher. There it is again. There, get the right leg straighten on the way back, straighten the leg, continue through. Oh, they're all good. Go in, go in. Oh, touched it. Address position, top, bottom. That's driver, that's now your pitch shot. Right shoulder's higher than the left. And then on the takeaway in the backswing, the right leg straightens. To ensure that, you watch SPIETH. SPIETH there, hitting shots downhill all day long, that's how it feels to him. Steps up. Same again. That one's a little bit shy, but I'm going to show you the results of these shots. I'll keep the camera playing so you can see. It's going to rain, I think. There we go. So these are all acceptable. We're maybe 6 feet. That one there wasn't good. That was the last one I hit, so let's take that out of the equation. So there you go. They're all good. Of course, to fully capture the sensation that Mr. SPIETH gets that nobody else knows about, let's hit on the downslope. So this is obviously going to encourage the higher right side. There, and I'm swinging down the downslope, so I have to continue down as long as I go. The more I continue downwards, the more I've got the top half and the bottom half manning up through impact, and the right shoulder stays higher. So I'm there. Wonderful. Wonderful. Really high right side. There, right leg straightens. There. Top and bottom start in this position, marry up with each other as we continue through the shot. There. There. Oh, I feel like Jordan. So there we go, that is a classic. That is, not many people know that. Steve Elkington knows that, he's a very educated golfer. Jordan Spieth knows that. Not many other people are talking about that. Go out there and try it. Try and feel the right shoulder being high, try and feel the right side being stretched, but understand how you've set yourself up with top half and bottom half, what the relationship is there before you even play the shot. Understand how that's maintained during impact and how they marry up towards the end of the stroke, and see your short game improve. Dead simple. I'll see you in the next video.